everybody, I'm Debbie Allison and this is Crazy Felix and you're watching Polymer Clay by Deb. Hi everybody, welcome back to Polymer Clay by Deb. I'm Deb, this is Crazy Felix, and he's wearing his cute little bear hug sweater because love is in the air. It's almost Valentine's Day and we are going to show you how to make this cute little ring box. It can be used for a ring box like this or a trinket box, either way. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So today what we're going to do is this little cute jar. Valentine's Day jar. It can serve as a little ring box with a ring, or you can just keep it empty like that and use it as a little trinket box to put beads or buttons or any little trinket. Even you could fill it up with some little Valentine candies and give it as a gift that way. So let me show you what we need to get started. First of all, you will need one of these little makeup things covered. And I showed you how to do that in another video, so we will put the link to this video on how to cover this jar either at the top or the bottom of the video. So you'll need to watch that first if you haven't already seen it. So you'll need that. You'll need some different colors of polymer clay. This is cherry red rolled out to a 5, or actually that's a 4. Then we have this pink, which is actually a color that I made mixing red and white together, and that's rolled out to a 5. I have another piece of red rolled out to a 5, a little piece of pale pink rolled out to a 5, and then I also have a strip of pink clay that is, I believe that's a 5 as well. And then you're going to need a scraper blade, a little piece of white clay, a straight edge to cut that with, a needle tool, an X-Acto knife, a pair of scissors, and I'm looking for my styrofoam or my foam. I don't know what I did with it. You'll need some foam rubber. And then you'll need these little plungers, which are heart plungers. And you can purchase these at polymerclayexpress.com. And be sure to tell them that Deb sent you. So you'll need some of those. And I think that's it. So now that you know everything that we need, we can go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've already covered the jar. And what I'm going to do first are the sides of the jar, and I'm going to use, do the red first because those are the larger hearts. I'm going to use this large heart plunger, and we only have, it looks like 4 large hearts. So I'll do 4 hearts. Then I use this scraper blade to pick them up with. That's what I found to be the easiest thing to do. I'm going to pick up my jar. I'm going to put one on the seam in the back. Then do another one directly opposite of it. And then put these in between. And there we have our famous cat hair. No work of mine is complete without it. I'll take it off later. Alright, and then this will be the last of my red hearts. Then we're going to do the pink heart, and looks like I've used about a medium size. So it looks like this size. So I'm going to take my pink clay, and here again there's just 4 hearts. This is what the plunger is for, to pop it out. This is a little tip here. I don't like the way it makes a round circle when you use the plunger. So what I try to do is press the clay onto my glass so that it sticks to the glass and doesn't stick inside of this where I have to use the plunger. And then I just pull the clay up. That way you don't have that little round circle on whatever it is that you're cutting. So then put this in the middle. So we have these 4. And then what I've done, oops, I got to take that hair off. Alright. Looks like we have a few hairs on here. Alright. Then what I've done is I've taken my needle tool and I've gone around the hearts like stitching. And that's not necessary, but what that does is just add a little detail. And I did it, it looks like I did it on all of them. So we'll just continue on putting the stitching on. Okay, so I'm finished up with the stitching. Now, to do the top, I'm going to take this piece, which is rolled out to a 4, and I forgot to show that you needed a cookie cutter, a larger one, for this top. So I'm going to cut this out. Okay, now that I have that cut out, I'm going to make my ruffle. The ruffle's a little tricky. I think that's probably the hardest part. Alright, what you do is you take your long strip and you just pinch with your fingers the bottom part, and you just keep going around, almost like you would do with fabric. And like I said, this is the tricky part, and you'll need to do a piece that's large enough to go all the way around that heart. Okay, so I'm finishing up the ruffle, and you can see I have what would be fingernail marks, so that's why you need to keep your fingernails short when you're working on this. You could turn it upside down, which, that looks okay, but I like this side. Alright, so then you're going to take this and put it around your heart. And just press it around. And I think that is sticking out too much. It might be too big for the drawer. Alright, then I'm going to cut this in the center here. Take that out. And I'm just going to leave that piece there. It's not going to show. You could cut it off if you wanted to. So then I'm going to place it on the drawer. Just center it on. I'm going to center it on this red heart. I just think that might look better. Or the pink heart. Probably the pink heart. Okay, so then you just press that down. And then you are going to want to have washed your hands before you do the white. I'm not going to wash my hands just for the sake of the video. Alright, so then you roll out a little white snake, very skinny snake. So now that I have my snake rolled out, I'm going to start in the center of the heart and just kind of outline it with this snake. And then cut the excess off. Then I rolled out another smaller snake, and this is going to be, I'm going to do the I heart you now. So I cut a little piece of white for the eye, and I'm going to put it right there, and then cut 2 little pieces for the top and the bottom of the eye. Oops, there's Gandhi. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my heart. I have this pink And let's see, that is the size heart. So I put my heart on. And then I'm going to make the U. And then on the U I also have, I don't know what you call them. Just some little pieces to finish it off. Then I'm going to take my needle tool and do some stitching around this little heart. And that is all there is to it. So now you're going to put it on your tile. You want to make sure that the top comes off, and probably the best thing to do is to bake it with the top off. That way you can make sure that when it bakes that your top is not going to bake onto the bottom. And so that's the best way to do it. So you're going to bake it at about 225 for 45 minutes. And that is it as far as this part goes. Okay, so now that it's done, you're going to let it cool first, of course. You can go ahead and make the piece for the ring, or if you want an earring. So how you do this is you get a piece of 1-inch foam rubber, and I prefer white, comes in different colors, and a small piece if you can get it. I mean, I had to buy a huge piece, but anyway, then you're going to turn it or put it down, cut out a square, put it down, take your jar and put it on and draw around the jar a circle, and that will be where you cut. You'll cut along that circle, and then you'll cut a slit in the top and then just put it in the jar. And that's all there is to it as far as finishing off your ring box. Then of course you need to put a ring inside. So that's it for this tutorial. So that concludes this tutorial. We hope you liked it, and happy Valentine's Day. Be sure you like, favorite, and subscribe, because we do give away everything that we make in all of our tutorials. So you need to be subscribed so you get a notice when we are doing the giveaway. So that's it. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye now.